This is a PSA. Well, actually, it's a podcast called PSA. Hosted by a man named Justin Jarlsongbeck. Please, don't stop what you're doing, just listen. If you ever have to shit during the duration of his ramblings, please do not hesitate to listen as you do so. In addition, do not feel bad for the man you are about to listen to. Contrary to popular belief, he does not have a mental disorder, his brain just works like this. For he is painfully self-aware.
Okay. What the hell? Oh. What the hell? That's crazy. I'm back. Yeah, that's right. All you guys didn't think I would come back, and by all you guys, I mean my own self. Talking to me. Yeah. I'm back. Took a break for 3 years. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't care. Because you know what? We're back, and we're better than fucking ever. And here's what's going to go down. PSA is back. We're doing the podcast. Thank you to anybody listening right now. Let's do it. I recently, my fucking roommate is dating somebody, whatever. I don't care. He's dating somebody. And she was having a party at her place, and her roommate is attractive. And I was like, maybe you guys set me up with the roommate. Huh? How about you guys do that? So we went over there, and they were like, she's a little strange, she's a little weird. We had met one time before, and she's like a goth, right? She's like a goth person, and I just thought, hey, that was the aesthetic. Everybody's got an aesthetic these days. You could be a goth, but also a churchgoer, and you're just like, I just like the way it looks, I wouldn't be surprised if you find Playboy Cardi in a Bed Bath & Beyond one day with his leather pants. He just goes, hey, this is just what I'm comfortable in. This is who I am. This is how I want to express, but I also needed a bathroom scale. So he's a normal guy. Hey, you can have an aesthetic and be a normal person, okay? It's just what happens. I'm wearing a fucking camo hunting shirt right now. I would seriously cry so hard. I would cry so hard if I ever, shot a deer in the head. Oh, my God. Even just the thought of that. I would shoot it with, a handgun. I would get, a Glock. Get down on the ground! That I wouldn't cry. That'd be funny. Imagine if you went hunting with a handgun with a Glock. Poof, poof, shot it sideways. I'm imagining just a bunch of hunters and then one dude in a wife beater. He's like a survivalist type of dude. And everybody's waiting in the blinds, and he just sneaks up behind a deer and shoots it in the back of the head. That's funny. But, okay, yes, this goth girl. And I was like, okay, that's just her aesthetic. But then, before we went to the party, they were like, no, she's a little odd with the people she decides that she likes. I was like, okay, that's no problem. I could get into that. I can get into some freaky goth stuff. But they were like, no. She has vials of blood, spit, and como se dice, cum from people. And I said, okay, I won't allow that to happen. I don't want to be a part of that situation. And I just assumed that, I assume everybody's normal. I just assume that everybody's like a normal person and you can talk to them, and people have weird interests. People decide to have weird interests, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine if you have a weird interest, but don't be weird about your weird interest, because your weird interest is just what you're interested in. I have friends that are interested in fucking Dungeons and Dragons and weird stuff that I'm not, and I just say it's weird because I'm just not into it. you know? And that's fine. That's totally fine. But, and like, you know, be into blood. Be into liking blood. That's totally okay if you want to be into liking blood. That's totally, completely, utterly okay and fine if you want to be into liking blood. I guess. I mean, I don't. Whatever. So, I figured that she was just going to be like, okay, I'm into that. And if you're not, that's fine. I'm still attracted to you. Like a normal person would be. And then I would be like, okay, great. Well, I'm not into what you're into, but I'm still attracted to you. So let's just be normal about this, huh? So I get to this apartment. Everybody is younger than me. I'm only 23. But they're like 20. Now, I think they're in college. I think that's what it was. And I'm like post-college age. I'm like 1 year post-college age. But my roommates are younger than me. So that's what was going on. And we get there. Everybody's drinking, you know, having a good time, whatever. I have a glass of wine because I'm mature. And she's drinking, the one that her my friend's roommate that I'm interested in. We're interested in each other. And she about an hour into the night is clearly more drunk than everyone. And I've had like 1 or 2 glasses of wine. And she bites me. Not like in a cute, fun way. We weren't even really talking. She bites me. On the arm. On the top of the shoulder. She bit me like a vampire. I said, nope. And not like a cute bite, like, ah. Like she wanted to eat me. So she bites me. I go, what the fuck? Not cool. Definitely not cool. I'm like, that's not like not funny either. And somebody goes, hey, stop. Hey, her name. Stop biting. Have you ever been in a situation where you've had to tell somebody to stop biting? I doubt it. Unless you have a toddler. So, whatever. I let it go. We've all done some stuff when we've had some drinkies in us. Diet Mountain Dew. I didn't plan on having kids anyway. Thank you, Diet Mountain Dew. So, the night progresses. I'm still only like 1 glass of wine deep. Maybe 2 glasses of wine deep. And she and her friends are taking shots now. Fine. I love it. Have fun. Comes back over to me. I swear to God, bites me again. So I go, she draws blood this time, and I go, oh, you're trying to do your weird interest to me. You're trying to get my blood, freak. Can't your weird interest be like World War II reenactments? Please. Can it be Dungeons and Dragons? Can it be you play the oboe? Can it be anything else but my blood? So, draws blood. And I tell my roommate, I go, hold me back. Now. I go, we're either leaving or you're going to have to hold me back. This is the first time in my entire life I had ever thought, about genuinely hitting a woman. And first of all, I was very proud of myself for that. I was like, awesome. Actually, this is what it took. It took 2 bites and blood to be drawn for me to be like, I gotta beat the shit out of this lady. You know? It wasn't like, oh, we agreed on like a date or something and she was 5 minutes late and I was like, she's gonna get a whooping. No, thank God. I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy, certified. I only thought about beating this lady up after she drew blood on my arm. And then I had, and so we left, and I had like a purplish yellow, like big bruise on my arm. It was disgusting. Disgusting. And then my roommate gets a call the next day, and they say, hey, we're having an intervention for her. I said, yeah, you should have after the first bite. What the fuck? So, but then I've hung out with other goth girlies before, and sweet as can be for the most part. I think it's just an aesthetic thing. I think people would read into it too much. That's why I was like, you know, she's probably going to be normal. She just likes leather pants and chokers and stuff. So I don't know. That was really weird. I was looking back at some old PSAs too, and I started them when I was like 19 and 20, and so I wasn't, you know, drinking. And I guess, you know, you get some stories when you start drinking. It's strange. It's very odd. I don't know. I transition. Had to go to IKEA the other day. IKEA is strange because they lure you in with the fact. They lure you in with it's good quality stuff. That's what they, you know, that's actually not true. They lure you in with all of the accoutrement and the Swedishness of it that us stupid, you know, rural American people are like, oh yeah, wait, it's Swedish? Oh, okay. They actually care about their stuff. No, they don't. I don't even think they make it in Sweden. I'm sure they make it in China. But anyway, I went over there. Had to get a new bed. And I've never bought in a brand new bed frame in my life. Usually, the past 2 bed frames I've had were from Facebook Marketplace, which is horrible. They were horrible. I had to drive to like Pico, Los Angeles to get a metal bed frame from this. Oh my God. It was when I had to get the metal bed frame, the one before IKEA that I had, it was duct taped. The box was clearly already open. It was duct taped, and it was in, like, I couldn't tell if it was a home or a restaurant or whatever, but it was like in a Mexican establishment. It looked like it was supposed to be a restaurant, and they turned it into a living room because it was on like a busy street, and you just walk in, like right next to it was a coffee shop. And you just walk in, and it was completely empty, tile floor, and then like a place where like a little counter would be. But then there was a couch and a bed. It looked like somebody was living there. And he gave, you know, I paid him $100, and he gave me the box, the duct tape box, and I could not get out of, I think it was Pico. I think that's a place. Pico, Los Angeles. I don't know. It was like nearish downtown, but like towards bad, downtown towards bad. So I, oh, if you're watching, I think you just saw me scratch my scratch my junk. Sorry if you're watching. Anyway, I go to IKEA, right? I've been to IKEA before, but never for what I would consider to be a big purchase in my 23-year-old existence. I go to IKEA. I get this wood bed frame that looks like it's made out of like popsicle stick wood. It's like that light, unfinished, and they're like, this is like the cool shit now. This is the cool stuff. It's unfinished and raw, and I'm like, it's cheap and looks bad. How's that for a hot take? So I get it. I get home. I put it together. I sit on it, and it's like not cracking, but it's like settling. Every time I have to sit on it, it like settles. And that's so annoying. It settles. I'm 90 pounds. I'm a twink. That's not true. I'm 150, but I'm basically a 90-pound twink, and I'm sitting on this bed, and it's settling and cracking in. I spent $150, which I know is cheap for a bed frame, but you're fucking sucking me out of my money, IKEA. And you, oh my God, if you ever catch me in the food court of IKEA eating, I swear to God, you can, you know what? If you ever catch me in the food court of IKEA eating, with a family? Oh my God, with a family. Like you bring your whole family and you do all that and you're sitting in those. People freak out for the Swedish meatballs. Frozen. They're frozen. If you ever see me eating at the IKEA food court or whatever you want to call it, it's like dystopian. It's dystopian. It's sad. If you see me at the IKEA food court, I'm probably crying. Help me. It's dystopian and sad and not good. But whatever. I got the bed frame and I guess it's new. Whatever. It's cool. It's cool when you're 23 and you like buy new stuff for the first time, but it's like, who cares? Who cares? What else has been going on? I mean, it's been like 3 years, since I've done this. The reason I stopped was stuff opened back up again. TikTok banned me from social media. From TikTok, obviously. They banned me. So they banned me from the TikTok shop. They banned my account, which, if anyone is watching this, that is what you probably know me from, is that account. Had like 300,000 or 400,000 followers or something. And they banned me for making fun of Addison Rae and Bryce Hall back in the day and all those dudes for harassment and bullying. And I couldn't get it back. They kept taking my videos down, and then eventually they were like, we've given you enough tries. You can't anymore. And I was fine with it. I was fine with it because stuff was opening back up. Posting stand-up clips wasn't a thing at the time. Going and having like an entire career for that wasn't really a thing at the time. It was mostly the thing people would be like, doing stand-up is, having an audience for that is totally different from having an internet audience at the time. And now it's sort of combined. So I was fine with it. I was like, okay, I'll just go back to doing stand-up and auditioning, doing all that. And I went back to acting school right after it was open. And I've been doing that for the past 2 years. And oh my God. Oh my God. I shouldn't have. My consensus at the end of the day is that I shouldn't have. I learned so much about acting, and I learned how to actually be an actor and how to actually do this shit. And it'll be amazing when the time comes that I actually get to be on something, and it'll be awesome and all that. But dude, it is annoying. Because everyone is so goddamn dramatic, which obviously I should have just sucked it up and been like, okay, I'm going to drama school. Obviously, these people are going to be dramatic. But for the love of God, it's like, dude, you do these scenes from old plays and all that, and there's this dude. He went up and he did a scene about PTSD once. Which great, fine. We're doing that, And my take on it is I treat it like, I treat it like it's fun because it's fun. We're making believe. At the end of the day, we're playing pretend. Obviously you feel it, and obviously it doesn't. You try not to have that in your mind while you're doing it, but at the end of the day, you snap out of it and you're done. And we're paying $300 a month for us to do this, right? And so I try and make jokes like the dude who did the PTSD thing or whatever. I was like, ah, yeah, man, that's after he was done. I was like, that's crazy. You know, those guys can go off the chain, huh? Because he was like in the scene, he's like in a diner or something. He started having PTSD flashbacks and people are like, what the fuck is going on? And the waitress has to come up and be like, you need to calm down. And he like almost hits her and stuff. So I was like, yeah, that'd be crazy to witness, right? He's like, no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't be crazy to witness. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. He's like, I really was there. I really went there. I'm like, you were in a bathrobe. You were in a bathrobe because the studio can't afford more wardrobes, so we used bathrobes as he was using it as like, you know, the like army coat that you would wear like in the 50s or whatever. So he had to like imagine that he wasn't wearing a pink bathrobe, that he was wearing like an army coat that you would come home with. I was like, are you fucking kidding me that you can't see the humor in that at all? He's like, no, dude. No, I don't judge my characters like you. Okay. Snap out of it, freak. You think you're Jared Leto playing the Joker? Hey, how did that work out for him? How'd that work out for him? You know what? And it's these people too. All you're going to get, I've been doing this, I've been acting for 10 years. I've been in the acting game, taking classes, auditioning. I started on a Nick show. I've done it. I've been here and I've done it. You know what you're going to do, PTSD guy? You know what you're going to do? If you're lucky, a Progressive commercial. If you're lucky. Talking to you, you know I can't see the humor in it because you judge your characters. First off, yeah, but not when I'm doing it. I can fucking act my wiener off, bro. I can do it. Not the greatest, but I can do it. There was a girl in this class. She was 15 years old, this girl. Her mother would drop her off in a white BMW every single day, and she went to a performing arts high school, and, like, you know, she loved Taylor Swift. She went to the Eras tour. Like, this girl was well off, upper middle class, if not upper, what is it called? Upper class? High class? Whatever. You know, like, kid actor. Like, it's fine. It's fine. And she does a scene where she's in like the 1800s post-abortion, right? So she's very depressed. There's post-abortion. It's like this whole thing is moving. It's a very moving scene to watch when done correctly. And she did it correctly. And it was good. But then afterwards, I am trying to lighten the mood, as one does naturally, trying to be funny. And I go, I wonder how they did it. Did they have metal coat hangers back then? You know, not in the best taste of a joke, but that was the idea. That was the idea. You could be like, you could just laugh that off. You'd be like, yeah, I don't know, crazy. If you just didn't really think it was funny. But I said that. She goes, are you kidding me? You have no idea what I just went through. You have never had sex in your entire... You've never had a boyfriend. You don't even know that's first part of what you just went through. What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? We're paying $300 here. There's a Korean barbecue restaurant downstairs. I can hear the Koreans yapping downstairs. They're singing Future. There's Korean chefs singing Future downstairs. I can hear them as you're weeping about your fake baby that just got aborted. Like, are we out of our minds here? Are we out of our minds? We can't have a little chuckle at the story that was just happening to lighten the mood. Are you kidding me? And then they want to say I'm the bad guy, that you don't take this seriously. Yes, I do. I can't prove to you that I don't take it seriously, but it's a 2-year program, and I'm about to graduate the 2-year program, and a lot of people got kicked out, and I didn't. So clearly I did something right. Out of your mind, man. Dude, but I will say, like, if I don't make those jokes, because I wasn't making those jokes. Like a year in, I started making those jokes about a year and 3 months in, because I was like, I literally can't anymore. Because, dude, if you want to go to like an acting drama school, beware of it sucking you in, because I'm a comedian. That's like my main thing I do. I'm a comedian. And I never thought that would lose me. I never thought that would get away from me, that I wouldn't be able to make jokes about stuff. But, dude, I went crazy. I started going crazy. I literally called my manager and was like, do not send me on an audition while I'm doing this. I am not even close to the thespian that I'm about to be. And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, okay, I'm going to drop you. And I was like, oh, hey, hold on. What was that last part? I was like, I'm becoming a better artist. You kidding me? He was like, yeah, well, I need to make money so you can be a better artist on a set. And I was like, this town is so fake. This is a fake town. He was like, yeah, you're acting, you freak. Pulled me out of it. I was like, oh, God, you're right. What the hell? Yes, there's important stories, and yes, I love the craft of acting. It's incredible when it's done right, but let's not get it twisted. You're acting. It's fake. It's a blessing to be able to fake that. So have some humor about it. Jesus Christ. And sometimes these teachers, man, sometimes these drama teachers get real loosey-goosey and real, como se dice, not, how do I put this? Don't just, if I ask you why you did something, why you taught me in that way, because they teach everyone very differently, because it appeals to your emotions quicker and you learn quicker and better, right? It gets more ingrained in you when you're emotionally attached to somebody. That's why they make so many movies about, like good teachers, and a lot of people want to thank their teachers, that blah, 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 that, all that, right? So a good teacher attacks your emotions. But if at the end of the day, I'm a student paying for knowledge, tell me why you did something. If I ask you, why did you do that? Or why am I doing this? Tell me. Or I'll take my $300 back. If you go to college, there's an admissions office, right? And you can go to them and be like, why is this happening? Why am I paying for this? Blah, blah, blah. But then in acting class, they're like, you wouldn't even understand if I told you. I think I could wrap my head around it quite well. Thank you. Of course, I'm being funny, and it was a great experience. But whatever. It's just like, it's crazy. But fully back on the socials, the social medias, TikTok is gone, man. That's like a barren wasteland of just like, weird filters where you have to like sing a certain pitch and make a ball go through a hole, and like advertisements for big companies, and it's like a machine now. It's lost every sense of humanity. And I think honestly that was when I got banned was when, I don't know, something happened. I think China, like there became like a American TikTok division or something, right? And once that happened, it was like TikTok's done. You don't see any of those like organic creators anymore. There's no houses for that shit anymore. And it's all reels. It's all Instagram reels now. YouTube Shorts is just chopped up YouTube videos. It's just shorter YouTube videos. But Instagram is like where it's at. It's crazy. And there's like it feels like there's another socials boom like there was on TikTok, but now on Instagram. You have all the different archetypes. You have the dudes with the mustaches, if you saw my Instagram. You have those dudes. You have like the different aesthetics. You have the fashion dudes. You have the So many comedians, bro. So many comedians. I feel so bad for like anybody who's a comedy fan out there. It's like, oh my God, you have to shuffle through all of these people to actually be like, I like this person and this person sucks. It's like, does this person even suck, or is he just shoved in my face 24/7? You know, you have to like block certain accounts so you're like, I don't see you again. It's crazy. But it's also great. A lot more people are getting careers. Whatever. Who cares, though? Who gives a fuck? You know what? A lot less people should have careers, to be quite honest with you. A lot of less people should have careers in the entertainment business. I've been doing this shit since I was 12. I'm too deep. I'm in too deep. What do you think I'm going to do? Go home and pave roads? It's not going to happen. This is the only thing I have. If you're getting into it right now, get out. Get out! There's not enough room for us. There's not enough room. Get out. Get out. Get out. I don't want you here. It's just me. Please. But God, there's just so much, huh? It's so many I'm not even gonna, I won't say that. But one thing that remains true through and through always is the fact that white border memes are always going to exist. Always. It's crazy. Let's see. Where's a good one? Okay, so like an account called Memezar, right? Or like @bitch, or like @memes with a Z. Like those types of accounts, right? Those generalized humor accounts are still going to exist, and it blows my mind. It simply just blows my mind how, like, I turn my brain off on Instagram when I see, you know, like a dude in India jumping through like a mud puddle, and then like a crocodile comes at him, and it's filmed on like a Samsung phone, right? Or I turn my brain off with somebody. There's this dude I follow on Instagram who he lives in a trailer. He lives in like a trailer, a mobile home, and there's just disgusting and grainy picture quality on his videos, and he has a dirty mattress on the floor of the living room of his trailer, and he does backflips with an Xbox 360 controller on his foot and catches the controller as he lands on the dirty mattress. That turns my brain off, man. I don't understand how something not outlandish like that cannot turn your brain off, you know? Like, when you see, like, okay, here's a meme, right? Let's see. Nearly half of all aircraft noise complaints in Australia last year were filed by a single person who complained 20,716 times. And then under that, the response is, this is A-tier hating, and I'm here for it. With, 52.9 thousand likes. That is the complete absence of any humanity that has ever existed ever. Like, is Hemingway probably feels like shit in that grave, huh? To know that this is writing now. This is writing now. You know how hard it was back in Hemingway's day to get something published? Back in John Steinbeck's fucking day to get the Pearl published? Like, those were writings that needed to be published. Now you can just... The gap is so wide of what can be posted. It's crazy that there's no filtration. Crazy. Crazy. This is what's even worse. is the 732 people that sent that to people. That means 732 people thought this was so funny that they were like, wait, you complain about this would be so you. This would be so you if you didn't have a family and a job. You would totally complain 20,000 times about the noise on an airplane. What the hell are you talking about? We're flying. There's 2 giant jets that are making this thing fly. Yeah, obviously there's going to be noise on the airplane. That's just such a, shut up. That's a smack in the face to everybody's attention that's ever existed. And you just scroll past it. But there's a little inkling in the back of your brain. Understanding that this is the lowest point in human intelligence to write this, that this is A-tier hating, that this right here is A-tier hating and I'm here for it. It makes you want to punch somebody in the fucking face. Really, you just wasted my time. That's really what it is. You wasted my time for me to have to read this to think it was something of value. Are you kidding me? I just lost precious seconds with my son, my future son. I just did because of you, memes are. Because you wanted to get 23.7 million stupid people on this planet to just, let me follow, and then I'll see this whenever I'm taking a dump at work, and that's what blah, 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 blah. How could you say you're contributing anything, memes are? How could you say you are? How could you be proud in any way, shape, or form? At least big corporations like McDonald's and Apple and shit, it's like, okay, it's like sometimes it's 4 a.m. and I actually need something, and this is a big enough corporation to stay open 24 hours reliably. It's like, okay, I need it. You know? But it's like memes are is taking that formula of just a big corporation, honestly, I'm going to say the word, raping your time. Raping your time away from your own life. It is disgusting. If Memesar was a person, I'd kick him in the face. No, he'd be dead. I'd kill him. It's disgusting to see. Tomorrow is Monday again. With Steve Harvey drinking okay, if you're listening to this is a white border meme of just on the top it says tomorrow is Monday again, and under that is Steve Harvey crying, drinking whiskey. Please, I know, I cannot accept in my life that anybody on the planet is this intellectually juvenile that they either find this funny or interact with this enough. 19.9 thousand sends. Holy shit. You don't even notice this shit. You don't even notice. You just go on Instagram and it just sucks you in like this. It's at least people are noticing this now with like movies and television and content like that in general, that they go to the movies and they actually spend their money because they're spending money and go, I just wasted my money watching Fast and Furious 11 because it was written by ChatGPT. It was a white border meme of a film. I hope to God, you people out there, hope to God that the 19.9 thousand people that sent this to people go, they are stealing my time and attention in the same way that they are stealing your money for you to watch Fast 11. I mean, if you live in Arkansas and you're a little inbred from, your great grandfather, and you don't do anything, you literally work construction and come home, I guess this is appealing. But I've been around people like that. I grew up with people like that. There's more to you. I promise. I promise there's more to you. Unleash it. Like, my God, man. My God. A white border meme, there is nothing that spikes my blood pressure more than a white border meme has ever. Jesus Christ, man. I don't know. Trying to think. I'm in LA. If you're listening to this, I do stand up. DM me if you want to see some stand up. I put on my own show as well over in North Hollywood. It's pretty intimate. Let me know if you live in LA. If you want to come, DM me. Bye.